We're live, Trevor.
Hello, everyone. I am Trevor Betts with Team Met Killers out of Temecula, California. It's going to be me and Brian's going to be over here on the computer. He's fixing some stuff right now.
Something changed between when I tested the camera view and where it's at now. I don't know what changed, but now we can see the. Let me fix it. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So we're going to open up the two re-releases. So we're doing all of Wave 3 of today, but we're going to open up the re-releases first. There's no new cards in either pack. There's a couple different things though. There's a Z95. I got a new paint scheme. Kind of tell on the camera. We'll put it up close for you up later. And then both are hyperspace legal. Striker was before. Z95 is now. So we're going to do the Striker first. We're going to open up all the ships today. Let's see what we got. Again, these are re-releases, which means no new cards, no new pilots, no new tokens. Comment in the chat, make sure our audio is good. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pilots. We have 2 generics, and then 3 of the named pilots. And we have 2 quick build cards. These were available via FFG's quick build PDF before. It could be different. We should double check that. You got time, Brian? What?
Double check the quick builds if there are any new ones.
I didn't even think about doing that. Yes. Let's check that.
Art, talents, intimidation, trick shot, and then we have skilled bombardier for the gunner, and 2 bombs, protons and counter-nets. So that's what you receive in the pack. Of course, you receive the counter-net, token, should I do it this way? All the cardboard bases, ion tokens, the dial, charge tokens. Everything's available via this pack. I want to put up the model up on screen.
There you go. You guys can see a close-up of the model. What are you guys most excited for Wave 3? Wave 4 is coming out in Q3, I believe. This is releasing tomorrow for Wave 3. So make sure to visit either your local game store, or you can find Team Met Killers.
Oops, wrong window. Whoop, back.
You can find Team Met Killers website where you can buy the product at your convenience and have it shipped to you.
We're still
looking at the quick builds. So 1 second.
So that's the Striker.
That's a download. Okay. Excuse me.
Now the Z95. So again,
we're going to move on.
Yeah.
We're not going to wait for that.
Oh, you found it?
No, it takes 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'm doing
multiple things. Producing and poorly because I'm doing multiple things. But,
okay,
so what were the quick builds?
Yeah, they're right there. We have the Black Squadron Scout with Predator and counter-nets.
Black Squadron.
That's the same.
Bombardier. Wait.
Scout?
Scout, you said?
Yeah, Black Squadron Scout.
It's Bombardier, Proxy Mines, and Hull Upgrade?
Nope. So they are different.
They're different. Okay.
So if you guys want to know, the quick build cards in here, again, like I said, the Black Squadron Scout with Predator and counter-nets. Planetary Sentinel with proton bomb, skilled bombardier, and hull upgrade.
Planetary Sentinel is times 2 on the quick builds. So I guess you get 2 of them
with counter-nets.
For how much threat?
3.
3. This is 2 threat, so it's better just take that for 3 threat.
Okay.
So
then
then they have the named pilots. Duchess as outmaneuver, Connornets.
Different again.
Different again.
Yeah.
Trick shot and
shield upgrade.
So these are all
new. Here you want to show up.
Actually, let me see here. Yeah.
actually,
there's actually a second Black Squadron Scout with Bombardier and Proxy Mines.
Which is what they would
have on here, right?
Or no?
No.
They're all different.
They're all different. Okay, yeah, so we'll get them up on the screen here. We'll get you a close up too. 1 second here.
This will be the
first one.
So yeah, Duchess with outmaneuver, Connorets, afterburners, hull upgrade, countdown with elusive, proton bomb, skilled bombardier, and shield upgrade, and Sabak with trick and shield. And then we talked about these two already, Black Squadron Scout and Planetary Sentinel. So a bunch more options for quick build tournaments.
There you go. You got to buy the
box with the car so you know what you're flying.
They'll probably just update the FFG. So now for the Z95.
You want
this over here?
Yeah, you can put it over there.
If you want,
I don't know if you want it on the screen or not.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, let's do the cardboard first. This is re-released again, so no new cards, but if you didn't have access to any of these cards before, we'll tell you.
Not the model, put it on the screen in the corner?
Yeah.
You're right, they made it possible.
Okay, so we have Nadru, we have Katolichos, Black Sun Soldier, Banana Pirate, 2 quick build cards, so we'll put those up on screen because we know the quick builds are different. Crack shot for a talent, cluster missiles, concussion missiles, dead man switch, and munitions fail safe. So all these cards are re-released. We're not going to spend too much time on them again. We'll get to the good stuff that you guys are waiting for.
Well, what's
good for the new player?
For a new player, crack shot is a big one. And while you perform a primary attack, if the defender is in your bullseye before the neutralize result step, you may spend 1 charge to cancel 1 evade result. So the reason why I picked this one is because you can spam this card if you. There's lots of expansions that this comes with. They can just put that on any ship, and it's kind of like just canceling an evade die once a game, which can be strong. You can win you games. Cluster missiles and concussion missiles. They're not so good. They're not that great of. Rather just take proton torpedoes, and if you're going to go for an alpha strike, they're not as user friendly. So, I want to take a closer look on the
model.
It's a little dark, but that's because that's the way it is. We can put light on it. That ship is a very dark model here. Let's see here. There we go. Bring some light to the situation. That is a really cool model. So if you have the old ones, the black and whites, if you get this one here, this will make a great like squad leader for a Z95 formation. There you go. And we'll go ahead and get those quick build cards up here for you.
So again, the only way to get these quick build cards is either wait for the FFG to update their PDF or have these to let you know what's on them so you can run your own quick builds. We got the Black Sun Soldier with crack shot, afterburners, cluster missiles, and shield upgrade for 2 threat, and then binary pirate for 1 threat with dead man switch. For the second quick build set, we have Nadru, crack shot, outmaneuver, hull upgrade, stealth device. That's not too bad. It's a lot of points for a 4-hull ship. And then Katolichos, was it saturation, salvo, cluster missiles, concussion missiles, dead man switch, and munitions fail.
2 sets of missiles.
2 sets of missiles.
These quick builds are awesome for fun things like this.
Yeah.
So what's next?
Next, now here's the first of the packs.
Of the packs, I should go this way. There we go. This is Servants of Strife Squadron Pack. New CIS. What's it called? Separatists. Confederacy of Independent Systems. I need the box cutter.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Those ones open pretty easy.
Oh, for the plastic? For the plastic.
Oh.
So now X-Wing has 7 factions after tomorrow. All the points are now up on FFG's website. So if you guys are curious how much of whatever to buy, they're all up there. So this box contains, let's read this. It contains one Bulbasaur, 22 Starfighter, 2 Vulture-Class Droid fighters, and it's going to contain some gas clouds. We'll see those. Let's look at the models first so we can put those up on there. These are pretty. These look a lot better in person.
Right?
Right? The paint scheme has like a blue paint scheme on it. Looks like it has those eyes like in the movies where you see the droids. It looks really good. I'll have it put up. These up on closer look for you. And then the Bulbasaur one looks really good too. I think the only place we saw that is in the Clone Wars.
No, you saw
the movie. Episode
3.
Grievous flew his ship in the movie?
In episode 3?
Okay.
He was
trying to board it to escape.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then
Obi-Wan take at the very end?
Think so, maybe.
Because we're looking for him. He snuck away with it.
Okay. So.
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh.
I'm going to give you guys a close-up of this. Hold on a second. This is pretty funny.
So, I don't know if can you see the peg here? Let me put some light on it though. Actually, you can see the half moon of the peg, and the ship should go on it like this, but it goes on it the other way. The peg was put on backwards.
Let me see.
There it is. Backwards.
Well, isn't it pointing?
No. Take a look at that.
Grievous is supposed to be looking that way.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the bottom. Don't break it. Look at the bottom of it.
Oh, it's fine because you just turn your face around.
You turn the cardboard around. That's pretty funny. Catch that. There's that one. Put them all up together here. They may fly off camera, but we'll do a quick fly around of these ones. These are darker ones. Yeah, so the Bulbasaur, that one looks really good. We'll give you guys a bit of in focus for you.
There you go.
Okay. I'm just quickly sorting these cards. There's a ton of cards. Before we do that, let's look at the instruction manual. They tell you how gas clouds work. Gas clouds are the new obstacles. These right here. Players may select them instead of asteroids or debris clouds. When a ship moves through or overlaps a gas cloud, it skips its performed action step. So it just skips an action. When a gas cloud obstructs an attack, the defender rolls one additional defense die, so just like any other obstacle. However, it may change up to one blank result to an evade result. So it's kind of like old school auto thrusters if you're a 1.0 player. And then strain tokens is something new too. A ship is strained while it has one or more strain tokens. Strain tokens are red tokens. While a strained ship defends, it rolls one fewer defense die. So similar to tractor beaming, you roll one fewer defense die. However, after a strained ship defends or executes a blue maneuver, it removes one strain token. So it's not as permanent as tractor beam. And then solitary upgrades is another thing. Some upgrades have a solitary restriction. During squad building, a player cannot field more than one solitary card of the same upgrade type. So if you have one solitary tactical relay, like we'll see here in a few moments, you can only field one. Let's check out these new obstacles. I'm sure everyone's excited to buy a bunch of these. They're very new player friendly. They don't give you stress, they don't do damage, they help you defend, not much downside. Okay, so on this side of the cardboard, we have 7 through 9 target locks, we have plenty of calculates, they didn't short you there, 2 strain tokens, 3 gas clouds, plenty of charges, some critical hit symbols. Then we have all the cardboard, and we'll go through the pilots here in a second. These are how the dial covers look. I don't know if you can see good on the view. Making boys come in close up. Want to get a nice close up? They look really nice. Mind if I punch one out? It's yours. It's yours. Oh, it's yours? You see it better on there? Oh.
My new
lighting tricks. Anyways, it's like a bluish purple is how the dial cover color is. Alright, so there's that. Let's go through the modifications. 3 afterburners, so they didn't short you there. So if you're a new player looking for afterburners, this is the expansion to get. You get 3 of them. We have 2 electronic baffles.
They want to know how many
buzz droids there are. How many buzz droids there are. Yeah. Let's see here.
We'll get there
in a second. Impervian plating. That's a mod. Before you would be dealt a face-up ship damage card, you may spend 1 charge to discard it instead. So, ship is one of the most common damage cards. So that's kind of like a hull upgrade there. And there's 2 charges, so could save you up to 2 hull. Munitions fail safe. Static discharge vanes, there's 3. There's 2 munition fail safes. Can they still see it? Yeah. And stealth device, 3 stealth devices. So out of the mods, only impervium plating is new. Now we're going to the configurations. This is grappling struts. The side that I'm showing here is open. Then there's a closed side. The front side with the open shows you ignore obstacles at range 0 and while you move through them. So notice this says obstacles, not asteroids, or here, I'll show you. Let's put that up there and then I got this one. Okay. Here's this piece. So it says obstacles, so it ignores all obstacles, not just asteroids or debris and gas clouds. After you reveal your dial, if you reveal a maneuver other than a 2 straight and are at range 0 of an asteroid or debris cloud, so it favors if you took those.
Skip your execute maneuver step and remove 1 stress token. If revealed a right or left maneuver, rotate your ship 90 degrees in that direction. After you execute maneuver, flip this card. So these guys still ignore they still ignore the gas clouds at range 0, and while they move through them, so they don't skip their action. However, they can't just stay on it.
Is that just the open side you read there? Or
That's the open side.
Okay.
So now let's go to the closed side. Setup. Equip this side face up. So they have to equip it face up. While you execute maneuver, if you overlap an asteroid or debris cloud, there are 1 or fewer fewer other friendly ships at range 0 of that obstacle, you may flip this card. So those are the both sides there. This over here. Let's go on
to
the. They just call this
the title.
Is
that the
title?
The soulless one title gives you +2 hull while you defend. If the attacker is outside your firing arc, you may reroll 1 defense die. It's kind of it's like when you're pointing in the other direction, running away, it gives you a reroll. I'm going to show that up there. Take a look.
I think it's kind of like a regen where you get to turn your weapons off. You can't be pointing at them. You get reroll and +2 hull.
Nice. How's it like a regen though?
Well, it's like the cost of regen.
Oh, okay.
So R2 Astromech and R2D2, you have to take a weapons disable token. This guy, you have to not be facing them.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
Now we go on to the tactical relay. I thought there was 3 tactical relays.
And
the other pack. Makes sense.
We
got 2 tactical relays in this pack. We have Kraken.
You want to
show that up there? Give it a quick read, so I can't really read it. Sure. There we go.
During the end phase, you may choose up to 3 friendly ships at range 0 to 3. If you do, each of these ships does not remove 1 calculate token. So it's up to 3 friendly ships at range. So it works on himself plus 2 others, or works on 3 others.
That's pretty good.
You don't have to choose 3. You can choose less than 3.
And it gives you the calculate action. So you put that on the Infiltrator. Sith Infiltrator that we'll go through next. It gives you that action, which is pretty good. Okay. Then we'll do the other tactical relay, TV94. You love television from 1994.
So while a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 performs a primary attack against a defender in its bullseye arc, there are 2 or fewer attack dice. It may spend 1 calculate token. There are 2 fewer attack dice. It may spend 1 calculate token to add a hit result. This is a lot of legalese in here.
That's why I feel like the Separatist faction is. They give you paragraphs for each upgrade and pilot. And,
so let me. I'm gonna try and interpret this.
Okay.
So while a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 performs a primary attack against a defender in its bullseye arc. Now, some people may argue it's the defender's bullseye arc.
It would be
It's the friendly's bullseye arc is what they want to say.
Yeah.
But if people can't get confused by that, and I won't hold it against them.
Yeah.
So, and then on top of all that, so a friendly ship has to have bullseye arc on defender. On top of all that, it cannot roll more than 2 attack dice. So it has to be 2 or fewer attacks it's attacking with, and then it may spend a calculate token to add a hit result, to add a 3rd die.
Yeah. That's pretty good. It's just...
Yeah, be range 2 to 3 only, because nothing has 1 attack dice anymore.
Yeah. So, it's good.
It's good?
I think it could be good. I think it's one of the cheapest of the 3 tactical relays.
It's going to be hard to get that bullseye arc.
Well, when you have 8 ships on the table, though.
Yeah, one of them's got to have it.
Pretty cheap. They're going to have multiple. Turns one of them into a 3 attack dice ship. All right, let's go through the missiles
really quickly. I think all of these except for your guys' favorites. We got cluster missiles, concussions, homing, proton rockets.
No buzz droids?
No buzz droids in this one. I was open for Discord missiles. This one only has energy shell charges as the new missiles. Like I said, we got clusters, concussions, and homing.
You're joking, right?
I'm not joking.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we got proton rockets too.
No buzz droids. Sorry, guys.
No buzz droids in this one. Yep. So, energy shell charges. You can get that up there, and I'll read it here.
All right.
Attack.
Calculate.
Spend 1 charge While you perform this attack, you may spend 1 calculate token to change 1 eye result to a crit result. Reload this card. Action reload this card. And it's attack dice of 3 out of the front primary, range 2 to 3. So it takes your 2 attack dice attack to 3. You have to spend a charge though, so it's only 1 time use unless you have another ability. Well, you can action reload it. You have to run away, but you probably with these guys you'd probably be dead by the time you come back around. And it's separatists only, and you have to have calculate on your bar. I think it's good. It can be. I haven't checked the points for this. Again, the points just came out today, like a few hours ago. It's 4 points. 4 points. So not too bad. That's 2 points in old money.
There you go.
And then, if you're looking for any of these missile upgrades,
the one we'll put for now. Okay.
Yeah. If you're missing any of
these missile upgrades, we got cluster missiles, concussions, homing, and proton rockets. If you're looking for those. Okay.
Now
for the talents. We'll get to the pilots. Don't worry, guys. We got composure, talent, crack shot.
Again,
if you bought the other pack, Z95, you got crack shot in there. You got 2 crack shots in here. We got 2 daredevils, 2 intimidations, 2 jukes, 1 lone wolf, 2 marksmanship, 2 swarm tactics, and then 2 trick shots. And then we're going to talk about treacherous. Let me put that up on the screen. This is a new talent. Treacherous. While you defend,
you may choose a ship obstructing the attack and spend 1 charge. If you do, cancel 1 hit or crit result, and the ship you chose gains 1 strain token. After a ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, recover 1 charge. Separatists only. So when you have 8 ships on the table, lots of things are going to be dying. You're going to recover the charges. It seemed good. What do you think?
So while you defend, you may choose a ship obstructing the attack and spend 1 charge. So you're canceling the attacker's hits and crits. It's like an opposite of crack shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really good. That's strong. Because I think it's stronger than crack shot because the evade dice are already built to fail, with having less opportunities to actually evade than the attack dice are. So I think it's pound for pound, it's better than a crack shot.
Yeah. I'm not sure on the points how much it is. It's probably cheap. It's one of the faction talents. We have selfless, we have ruthless, we have fearless, now we have treacherous.
Well, on top of that, it gives the ship you're defending from a strain token.
Mm-hmm.
So your attacker gets a strain token and loses attack dice.
Yeah.
That's way better than crack.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good card.
So
hopefully it's cheap.
If you guys know what the points are, it'd be nice. You can put them in the chat. We'll have it right there.
That'd be good. Let me sort all these upgrades. We're going to get on to the pilots. Everyone wants to know how many of each thing we got. You can spam these. Go through the Bulbasaur first. We got General Grievous. While you perform a primary attack, if you are not in the defender's firing arc, you may reroll up to 2 attack dice. So again, it kind of goes with the title, where when you're not in the defender's, while you perform a primary attack. While you perform the primary attack, if you're not in the defender's firing arc, you may reroll up to 2 attack dice. So the big drawback on him is he's I4. So he can't dodge the arcs. If he dodges the arcs, he gets two rerolls. That up there.
So the problem is he moves too early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But however, the meta is swinging towards more ships, which means there's a lot of I2, I3s out there, and I1s. There's not that many of the I4s, 5s, and 6s as there used to be, especially with these droid fighters coming out. The other named one is Watambor. While you perform a primary attack, you may reroll 1 attack die for each calculating friendly ship at range 1 of the defender. So you throw this guy in with the swarm. It's really nice. He's I3. So they don't really have any aces in this. pack. This next guy is Captain Sear. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 performs a primary attack if the defender is in its bullseye before the neutralize result step, the friendly ship may spend 1 calculate token to cancel 1 evade result. That seems good. Really good. It's kind of like crack shot for everyone.
Nice.
And then the last named, oh no, this isn't a name. This is a generic. If you want to flip back to the screen. We got two generics
for the Bulbasaur.
What's the fluff?
With its powerful
engines, devastating triple laser cannons, a high customizable, the Balbaba 22 is the chosen craft of several elite Separatist Alliance pilots, including the infamous General Grievous. So this is a Zakoan Ace, I don't know.
Alright, put that. I'm gonna put that back of the card. The back of the card is pretty cool too. So you can see that.
And then the other generic is the Thethan Outraw Autopilot. Unlike the more disposable fighters, it also built for the Separatists. Thethan Outraw comes up with these names. Designed the Bulbasaur 22 with a solid mix of firepower and durability and speed.
That's I1.
So that's I1. There's our I1 pilot.
There's their I1. I fly a lot of those guys.
Okay. This is what you guys have been waiting for. To know how many of these generics are in the pack for the Vulture-Class Droid Fighter. We got 2 Trade Federation drones. Okay. We got 2 of the Hador Shell prototype.
And to note, you can only fit 2 of these in the list. They have 2 unique dots, or limited dots is what they're called now. So that means you can only have 2 in the list, and you have 2 cards. You only ever need 2 pilot cards for these. You don't need more. Then we have 3 Separatist drones. 2 Separatist drones. They're I3, I mean. So 2 for each generic so far. And then we have, they all have a ship ability. Let me get to this. Okay, so they each get network calculations you guys can see on the card up there. While you defend or perform an attack, you may spend 1 calculate token from a friendly ship at range 0 to 1 to change 1 I result to an evade or hit result. So that's pretty good. You can use other guys' calculates. Hador also has it. All these guys all have network calculations. However, you want to put Hador, Hodor, or no, it's Howard. Is that an O or a D?
That's an O.
Okay. Howard. I don't know.
The Howard Shaw prototype.
I don't play Separatists. After an enemy ship in your bullseye at range 0 to 2 declares another friendly ship as the defender, you may perform 1 calculate or target lock action.
So having 2 of them in your squad will actually be really beneficial because they got to pick one or the other, and you'll be able to proc that ability more often.
Yeah, so that's good. Separatist drone doesn't have a pilot ability. Precise Hunter, there's 2 Precise Hunters. Put that up there. Its pilot ability, again, you can only fit 3 in the list because there's 3 unique dots, or 3 limited dots up on the screen there, you see, next to the name. While you perform an attack, if the defender is in your bullseye, you may reroll 1 blank result. So that's a nice Predator ability there. And that's I3. The other I3 is the DFS 081. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 1 defends, it may spend 1 calculate token to change all crit results to a hit result. We'll put that up on the screen there. That's unique with 1 dot. So can't fit any more in the list besides just that one. So if you guys are going to spam these, you're going to either have to buy a lot of the single expansions or a couple of these Servants of Strife.
Alright, so he protects his squadron by changing the crits to hits while they defend. Interesting.
And then we have 4 quick build cards. You can just rotate them on and off screen.
Want me to read them too?
Yeah.
Makes it easy. Alright, so we're going to go with the droids first. Alright, we got the Trade Federation droid with energy shell charges. The Horror Chaw prototype at threat 2 with energy cell charges, afterburners, and a stealth device. So we got a double mod there. Then we'll have a Separatist drone, energy shells again, grappling struts, shield upgrade, precise hunter, concussion missiles, afterburners, shield upgrade. These guys are all at threat level 2. So even the product, or even these cards here, you're being designed to swarm them on purpose. So you could literally fly all of them. Proton rockets on DSF 081 with hull upgrade and grappling struts. Then we'll do this one. We'll save Grievous for last. The Phaethon Ra autopilot. So no one's flying. It's just an autopilot. TV94 title. Or no, that's not title. What's that upgrade called? The little general hologram.
TV.
Yeah.
94.
Yeah. What's that upgrade type?
It's a tactical relay.
So tactical relay TV94, impervium plating, Captain Sear with Daredevil Kraken impervium plating self device, another double mod. And here's we got Grievous on here. We got the weird name Crackshot Afterburners. I'm not even gonna try it. Wat Tambor with intimidation, Kraken shield upgrade. Then General Grievous with title, treacherous, impervium plating, and TV94. There you go. Is that it for this pack?
Yep, that is it for this pack. Next up
on our list is the Sith Infiltrator. This thing looks sexy. Here has folding wings. That's going to be the first thing I try. So if you guys know the Sith Infiltrator, this is the ship from the Phantom Menace that Darth Maul uses. It's in a few comic books too. I think Vader uses it.
It's wasn't for trash.
Oh,
You got a trash bin where? That's where you put the box when you're done using it.
that's not bigger and nicer.
Check ship bombs back inside here.
Alright. So, let's take a look at this guy. It's got pipe to put out of there. Okay. This is nice. This is nice. The wings fold like perfectly. They're not loose. They're pretty solid. Paint job's perfect. This thing is nice. This model's well worth it, even if you're not playing Separatists.
I have to get it from my collection. I'm going to do a close-up real quick while you're getting ready.
There we go. I figure where I want that. Get that out of my camera. Oh, sorry. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. I will do a wings down for you. Landing configuration. There you guys go. Yeah, I thought it was going to be more of like a black or a gray, but it is, it's really blue. But the blue's nice though. Yeah, it looks really good.
What did someone say?
SCP Wagner said, "Did I hear Ben? Is he awake?" I remember a vote to have Ben open stuff, and then KBug726, my wife, yes, she's trying to keep him busy for us. She is a wonderful, graceful woman, allowing us to do this in her house. So, what a wonderful lady she is. Shout out to my wife.
That is so nice.
All right.
Alright. Back to this. So,
have all the
cardboard here. We have two cardboard bases for Count Dooku and Darth Maul. On the other side, so Darth Maul here has O66. Wonder what that stands for. Order 66.
Yeah.
And then Dark Courier is on the opposite side of Count Dooku. We have the Buzz Droid tokens. Is that what those are? I think they are. Probe Droid. That's what they are. So these are probe droids. Let's read about them. The Dark One probe droid is a remote system phase. The Dark One probe droid's controlling player may choose a 2-bank, 2-straight, or 2-bank right template in any set of the Dark One guides. So you see there's little guides on each token here, and it could be any of them. The player then relocates the remote, placing the Dark One, this is DRK, I'm just going to say Dark One, at the other end of the template. It can be placed overlapping an object this way, so it can go on rocks. If the Dark One overlaps a ship, use the position marker to denote the ship's position, then place the ship on top of the remote. Activation, engagement, and end phase, there is no effect. Other rules, while a ship locks an object or jams an enemy ship, it may measure range from a friendly Dark One probe droid. After an enemy ship executes a maneuver that causes it to overlap the Dark One probe droid, the ship's controller rolls 1 attack die. On a focus result, Dark One probe droid suffers 1 damage. There's a lot of legal stuff in the Separatist faction, I gotta say. That's a lot.
Essentially, you can target lock, read 1 to 3 off that for your friends. All your friends. That's the breakdown.
Yeah, you can put this up on screen. That's the probe droids card. And this is the mine. So it comes with the kind of like I would say the pilot card, and then it comes with the
mine upgrade card to equip it to a ship.
Sorry about the black. It's just dark's hard to color to video. So you want both of them up at the same time or one at a time?
Yeah, you can if you like.
I'll put up both at a time. So there's that for that for more seconds. So the probe droid is a pilot card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a pilot card. It doesn't get into the game state until that happens, which is the mine.
Essentially like an undock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
That's good.
During the end phase, it launches.
Yep.
So end phase, round 1, launch it, right? And then you can fly it in front of your guys to get a free target lock out of it.
Mm-hmm. So there's 2...
Initiative 0, interesting.
Yeah. There's 2 of those
tokens in here. So that's good to know. There's the 13 locks, an ID set. There's 1 dial, 2 focus tokens, 3 strains, a cloak, jamming and a tractor, another 2 jams, 4 shields, 4 charges, 3 force, crit, token, and then we got 3 ions, 2 calcs, and an ID token. Okay, put this over there.
So I put things back in the boxes. You're done.
I'm sorry.
Here, you got to see around the mat. It's fine.
Okay.
We got
a title, scimitar, set up after the place forces step. You may cloak. After you decloak, you may choose an enemy ship at range, or no, enemy ship in your bullseye. If you do, it gains 1 jam token. So that's pretty good. Separatist and Sith Infiltrator only. We have. So again, there was 2 probe droids. There was 2 tokens in there. There's 2 quick builds. That goes with the probe droid. It's mine. For pilots, we have the Dark Courier, or Initiative 2. We have 066, Initiative 3. After you defend, you may spend 1 calculate token to perform an action. Count Dooku. After you defend, if the attacker is in your firing arc, you may spend 1 force to remove 1 of your blue or red tokens. After you perform attack that hits, you may spend 1 force to perform an action. And then Darth Maul. After you perform an attack, you may spend 2 force a bonus primary attack against a different target. If your attack missed, you may perform that bonus primary attack against the same target.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. He'll be 4-starved, but anytime where you have 2 attacks, it's pretty good. Yeah, so speaking of that, we have hate. After you suffer 1 or more damage, recover that many force charges. So there's 2 of those in here. There is
hate. So think of hate when you're building a squad with Darth Maul. Plenty of ways to get the force back. Okay. For the torpedoes, we already have advanced proton torpedoes in the pack. And if you want to switch it back to the main.
we have advanced proton torpedoes. We have ion torpedoes. For the cannons, we have heavy laser cannon and ion cannon and tractor beam. So nothing new there. Okay. Then for the force upgrades, we already mentioned hate, but we also have brilliant and evasion. This one is not very good. While you defend, if you're not in the attacker's bullseye,
1 force to change 2 of your eye results to evade results. The math on this isn't very good. But if you have like 0 agility, I think it's free. So you might as well take it when you are rolling. Defense dice, so not bad. And then there's predictive shot. There's 2 of those. Predictive shot. After you declare an attack, the defender's in your bullseye. You may spend 1 force. If you do, during the roll defense dice step, the defender cannot roll more defense dice than the number of hit or crit results. I think we have this in another pack before, and it hasn't seen any play. So, nothing new there. We also, for the crew, we have novice technician. That's not new. Perspective co-pilot.
That's not new. Seasoned navigator. That's not new. And the rest of these is all new. Let's get these out of the way. Clean up over here. Everyone is in love with this new upgrade. Chancellor Palpatine. I am the Senate. Set up. It doesn't actually say that. Equip the side face up. So you have to equip it with Chancellor Palpatine first. After you defend, if the attacker is at range 0 to 2, you may spend 1 force. If you do, the attacker gains 1 stress token. So it's if you guys played first edition Rebel Captive. If the attacker is in range 0 to 2, you may spend 1 force to have them gain a stress. So if they're shooting at you, you can do this. If you have multiple force, you can do it multiple times a turn. Rebel Captive is limited to the very first shot on you. This is just whenever someone shoots you, you can spend a force, as long as it's within range. And if you want to show that side,
I can flip it and read it for you too. Cool. So equip that side face up. It's Palpatine before he becomes Sith. I won't bother reading it because Mr. Betts already did. So I'll go ahead and flip that for you guys so you can see that. Ooh, cards are falling. That's fine. Too many cards. All right. Darth Sidious. Did I do this voice right? I don't know. After you perform a purple coordinate action, the ship you coordinated gains 1 stress token. Then it gains 1 focus token or recovers a force charge. So the defender, I would assume, gets to choose whether it gets a focus or a force charge on this card when you use it.
Yeah.
Can you explain to him what a purple action is for people who don't know?
A purple action, it will be in the rules here. Let's see. Purple actions. As a cost to perform a purple action, the ship performing the action must spend 1 force. So it doesn't say you can use this while stressed or anything. So assuming when you have your perform action step or when someone coordinates to you, you just have to spend a force to do it. Every other action rule, such as stress, still applies.
Okay.
Then we have
two other crew. We have Count Dooku and General Grievous. Count Dooku, again, these things are like paragraphs long. You put that up on the screen and they can just read it.
I'll read it too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's close up here.
Close up here.
Time. Count Dooku. Before a ship at range 0 to 2 rolls attack or defense dice. So before something rolls attack or defense dice, any ship, friendly or foe, if all of your force charges are active, like let's say you roll on a ship that doesn't have force charges, you put Count Dooku, you only got one, so it's easy to keep track of there. You may spend a force charge and name a result. If the result does not contain the named result, so okay, you roll 4 attack dice. If you said blank and that doesn't contain a blank, which is highly unlikely, the ship must change 1 die to that result. That's pretty weak.
Well, think of it like this. Remember old school Palp?
Yeah.
Just like that. You go over, it says whenever you roll dice.
But this is for friendly or foe.
Yeah, friendly or foe.
So it's really weak against foes.
Let's say if a foe is going over an asteroid or a debris, you say crit. They don't roll a crit, they take a crit.
Oh, okay. So in that, when they're only one die,
yeah,
it works.
And let's say if you're attacking, you're rolling 3 attack dice. Odds are hit focus blank. The crit is the least likely to roll.
So you roll.
So you say crit, you get a crit. Now it's.
But if you're rolling defense dice, if you say evade, nah.
Well, even then, evade, like you could say.
Because all the separatists guys are rolling 2 to 3 defense dice.
Yeah.
So if they're rolling 3 defense dice, say
it's
evade.
It's for that guaranteed. It's really good. It's a guaranteed.
Guaranteed one.
Guaranteed one. It's just like old Palp, just a little bit more restrictive, but it works on foes too, which is good.
Yeah, especially when they're rolling over those asteroids. Roll that crit. Or not. I'll just make you take it.
Yeah. Here's General Grievous if you want to put him up there.
Okay. While you defend, after the neutralize results step, if there are 2 or more hit or crit results, you may spend 1 charge to cancel 1 hit or crit. After a friendly ship is destroyed, recover a charge.
Seems good.
Pretty good. Defensive. I like it.
And then we have one more.
And that's uncancelled, right? Oh, yeah, after the neutralize result. Okay, so cool. One more new card?
We have one more new card. This is a tactical relay.
K2B4. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 defends, it may spend 1 calculate token. If it does, add 1 evade result, unless the attacker chooses to gain 1 strain token. Okay. So you have to choose a ship at range 0 to 3 that defends. At that point, you spend the calculate token to add an evade result. So you have to spend your calculate, and then the defender can get a strain. So it's not, I'll get a strain and you don't spend your calculate. It's spend calculate first, right?
Yes.
Because if it does spend the calculate, then you add 1 evade result unless the attacker gains a strain. So spend calculate must happen first.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gambling that he's not going to take a strain.
But it's good because you could do it to any friendly ship at range 0 to 2.
Yeah, so let's say an ace is shooting at you, right? And an ace is not like Soontir fell. Yeah. He's like, take a strain? No. I think I'll pass.
No. They'll pass and you'll get that guaranteed.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Is it for the Sith Infiltrator?
Yeah, all we have is if you want to show the quick builds up there.
Yes, I do.
Everyone knows.
We'll back that up a little bit. There we go. All right, so Dark Courier has Count Dooku, K2B4, General Grievous, Scimitar title, 066 has, of course, Palpatine on it. How could you not? shield upgrade, and scimitar. Then we have, this lighting's not the best right now, sorry guys. Darth Maul with Hate, Heavy Laser Cannon, Perceptive Copilot, Dark One Probe Droids, Shield Upgrade, and Scimitar title. And Count Dooku flying as well with Brilliant Evasion, General Grievous, Predictive Shot, Hull Upgrade, Ion Torpedoes, and Scimitar. So screenshot those, and you will be able to use those in your quick builds.
All right. Now we're on to the
last expansion for the Separatist faction. We have the Vulture-Class Droid Fighter expansion pack. This has a different paint scheme as the other one. So I'll give this to you, and once you're ready, you can put it up on the thing. This comes with Buzz Droids. That's what everyone wants to see.
I want to know how many.
Mind if I tear this box up?
Okay. So we have Precise Hunter, we saw that earlier. Separatist Drone, we saw that earlier. The Howard Shell prototype we saw, and the Trade Federation drone. The only new pilot out of this is the DFS 311. At the start of the engagement phase, you may transfer one of your calculated tokens to another friendly ship at range 0 to 3. So that's pretty good. So you can spread out, so you don't have to be so.
Took that card in a second. Why is my lighting so bad? Man, things running out of batteries. Sorry. But that is what you want to see right there. Note the different color. No, this is not the metallic version. Yes, Tequila Ranger, I know who would be good at ripping the box up. Ben Kenobi. We got it.
Alright. Switch to... Yep.
So like I said, one Precise Hunter, one Separatist drone, the Child prototype, the Trade Federation drone. We saw all four of those earlier. It's just the DFS 311, where you can share the calculates out to range 3 at the start of the engagement phase. Pretty good. Then we got concussion missiles, and we just use fail safes as the new cards. As the old cards, I mean. Then we have the grappling struts. We already saw those in the last expansion. Energy shell charges. We saw those. Discord missiles. Here, I'll show you up there. Whatever wants to see.
Oh, are those the Buzz?
Oh, are those the Buzz droids? Those are the Buzz droid missiles. Line that up there. That's backwards for me. Okay.
Oh, well, there you go. Go ahead and read it. You got them over there?
No, I can't read it.
Okay. There's only one in the pack?
So there's only one in the pack.
Oh, man. At the start of the engagement phase, you may spend one calculate token and add one charge. Wait. Start of the engagement phase, you may spend one calculate token and one charge to launch one Buzz Droid swarm using the 3 bank, 3 straight, or other 3 bank templates. This card's charges cannot be recovered. There you have it.
Nice. And then, once the Buzz Droid Swarm is launched,
they get their own pilot card, kind of like the other card we were looking at earlier, the probes. Initiative 0. So do they fly around? Let's see here. After an enemy ship moves through or overlaps you, relocate to its front or rear guides. You are at range 0 of this ship. You cannot overlap an object this way if you cannot be placed in either set of guides. You and that ship each suffer 1 hit damage. Engagement phase, at your initiative, each enemy ship at range 0 suffers 1 critical damage. So, are there rules for attacks in there?
yes.
You go ahead and read those.
Okay. So, in this little pamphlet they give you, saying Buzz Droid Swarm is remote. During the system activation and end phase, there's no effect. Engagement phase, I think it shows on there. When you engage each enemy ship at range 0 of the Buzz Droid Swarm suffers 1 critical damage. Other rules. After enemy ship overlaps or moves through a Buzz Droid Swarm, the Swarm's controlling player relocates it by aligning the tab to that ship's front or rear guides. This ship is at range 0 of the Swarm. The Swarm cannot be aligned to a set of the ship's guides if doing so would cause it to overlap an object. So if there's a rock or anything in the way or a ship, it can't attach. The Swarm cannot be placed at a chosen set of guides. Its controlling player must align it to the other set of ship's guides. If it cannot be aligned to the other set, the Swarm and the enemy ship that overlapped or moved through it each suffer 1 damage.
So what happens if you attach and then the ship moves?
It follows you.
So it stays in that position.
Well, so let's say here, give me that model there. Bulbasaur.
This is the Vulture Droid.
Vulture? Yeah, okay. So let's open this up, right?
Let's go ahead. There's some cardboard templates.
Cardboard templates.
Do you need templates?
Do you need templates? I don't think so. Yeah.
Put templates on
What
there.
templates are on there? So here.
We have
a lovely assistant here today, Jeff. So here.
Jeff, look up.
Jeff, look up here, next to the heater. I see.
Any old one.
Any old one will do.
Okay.
Okay. So ideally, you want to be able to attach this to the front guides, not the rear. Because what's going to happen is they're going to launch this on you, then they're going to place it to the front. Okay. Want it? Yeah, this way.
And then that's
going to be at initiative 0.
Yeah,
That's going to happen.
So then
the next turn, unless you.
No, they're gonna launch.
No, they're gonna launch. When do they launch?
They should
launch.
At the start of the
engagement
phase.
So spend a calculator to do this.
So this
is when you're fighting.
Now the
next turn you're gonna overlap it again, right? So you're gonna go over it. Then the controlling player is gonna move it because you just ran over it again.
However,
you now have your action still. You can choose to barrel roll over to the side of it and not be in its way to overlap it again. You're at range 1, not range 0 now. Or another ship can shoot it off of you, but then they're wasting a shot.
So
these things are really annoying.
So you can barrel
roll off of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing
for attaching.
What do you mean?
I thought when it
attaches, even if you barrel roll, it stays with you, but there's no clarification for the word attach.
No, it doesn't stay with you.
Okay.
They've clarified that.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much, if you have a barrel roll, you can get away from these things. If you don't have a barrel roll, like a large base ship, you're gonna be screwed because a boost can't take you off of it because you're gonna be overlapping it again, and it's just gonna reattach to you. If you have, for instance, reverse maneuver, you can reverse off of it. But other than that, if you're going over it again and someone can't get you off of it, they're gonna have to shoot it down. Or if you're Arvel, you can shoot at range 0, so you can actually shoot it off you. Or if you're the Decimator pilot, what's his name? Oiken. You can shoot it off too. That's the only way to get them off. Barrel roll off or shoot it off.
Or have someone
take them off.
Yeah.
Or friendly fly over it and take it. You can have it friendly fly over it, take it. What's interesting is if you're the opponent, you can go over your own and then assign to the back and reattach it. But then of course you have to be careful because it can't overlap. No, it can't. You can't set it to the back because it would be overlapping that ship. You have to go to the front.
So you can't set it so it overlaps another ship.
Yeah, another object. You can't set it as an overlaps object. But you can place it in the front knowing an opponent's going to fly right by.
Right.
So there's some tricks. It'll be interesting how these play out.
For the
cardboard, we talked about the buzz droids, we talked about the pilots. We have 14 as the target locks, 3 charges.
Take the model back.
Yeah. the dial cover, the ID token. Precise Hunter is on one side, Separatist Drone is on the other. The Child Prototype is on one side, Trade Federation Drone is on the other. Trade Federation Drone is also on the same side as the DFS 311. So there's a cardboard. The only last thing is the quick builds. And we'll be done with the Separatist faction on to the Grand Army of the Republic.
Alright, so we have for this quick build card, we have a Separatist Drone, Energy Shells, Grappling Struts, Shield Upgrade. Are these the same? Size Hunter looks the same. DFS 311 is different. Grappling Struts. Then we have the new one on here would be the Threat Level 1, so you can really bust out a lot of these guys. The Trade Federation Drone, which I don't think you have the Trade Federation Drone cardboard in the Mason's back. Did you? Okay. Energy Cell Charges are level 1. There we go. That's it for that one.
Okay. So now Guardians of the Republic Squadron Pack. This includes 2 V-19s and a Delta Aethersprite. This box is how much? How much are the Squadron packs?
Essentially $40.
$40. Okay. So $40 for each of those. The small ship models are 20, and you can find these, mediums are 30. You can find these on Team Mech Killer's website. What's the address?
TMKClubhouse.com.
TMKClubhouse.com or your friendly local game store.
So if you got a
local store, definitely hit them up because it costs them a lot of money to run brick and mortar. They definitely use your sport. So don't.
You got a local guy.
Go to them first.
These paint jobs are pretty amazing, I must say. They're in the dark, kind of reddish color. This is Obi-Wan's paint job. And then the V-19s are in the similar paint scheme.
All squatted up.
Okay. Let's get to the cards.
Okay. We'll just do the Obi-Wans first here.
Hello there. This one's, you just had separate, right? These ones are mine.
Yeah.
You're in the box. Okay.
Oh, that's out of focus. Sorry about the blur. Lighting changes change the focus for some. Oh, that looks crisp. There we go. There we go. This is your V-19 Torrent. This is going to be the Republic's equivalent for a TIE fighter.
Yeah, 25 points for the cheapest. So you can spam these things. You show the Aethersprite?
Yeah, I already put that up there earlier, but nice. We'll do it again because this one was blurry last time. This is a little more in focus this time.
So again, it's in Obi-Wan paint scheme colors. That looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
They're pretty small, but they're not that. They're like A-Wing, like the new A-Wings, just a little bit longer. Okay.
So onto the cardboard. We have
Obi-Wan,
Plo Koon, Saucy Tin, Sassy.
Very saucy.
Very saucy.
Saucy. Sassy.
Mace
Windu, Oddball,
Kickback,
Axe, Swoop, and Tucker.
So
if you're paying attention, I'm going to go from this side
over.
So this is Oddballs right here. Blue Squadron Protector, Jedi Knight, Jedi Knight, Jedi Knight, Jedi Knight. So there's 4 Jedi Knights. And then there's 4 Gold Squadron, or no, there's 3 Squadron, Gold Squadron Troopers. There's 3 of those, and then the Blue Squadron Protector. Okay? We have all the dial covers and the dials. However, they gave us these 2 dials because some of these have been wrong, I guess, in manufacturing. So you want to make sure to use the extra little baggie in here. Then we got 3 stress tokens, 2 strain, the ship IDs, plenty of evades and shields. We have the ion clouds we talked about earlier, not the ion, but the gas clouds.
Thinking of Rivco.
Yeah, we got that in my mind.
Or Hotak.
And then this spare parts. This is for the spare parts canister. Let's bring that card out really quick. This is a new card. It's similar to Raid Cargo Chute, if you guys have ever played with that card before. That's an illicit. This is a modification. You have to equip an astromech. That's one of the requirements. And there's 2 actions on it. Comes with one in the pack. There's 1 charge. You want to read the actions there?
This looks exciting. There we are. So spare parts canister, 1 charge, which they got it wrong on the app, right? You said that?
On, I think it was actually Mathos that did.
Oh, okay. So spare parts canister, spend 1 charge to recover 1 charge on one of your equipped astromech upgrades. So this is great because there's an astromech in here that's really going to play off that ability. Or you can spend an action to spend 1 charge to drop a spare parts. So you're going to drop it to debris cloud, kind of like the Rig Cargo. But in addition to dropping this debris cloud, you break all target locks. So in the demo night, I was playing with Potshot, and he didn't think that was great because you could just, in fact, you're only dropping 1. No, you drop all of them. So if you have multiple locks and someone's going to try and first strike you off the board, well, buy cargo locks.
Well, just think of it this way. Like Luke Skywalker, if he has this card and he goes against an Aethersprite, he can just literally joust now, drop it.
Oh, because Luke can take this. Anything that has an astromech slot.
Yeah. And then he can just drop all their target locks. Let's say if there's Leia on the list. You can now K-turn behind all of them, and now they're never going to get a lock on him again.
Yeah.
He'll be following them. So that upgrade card is 4 points, and it has 2 uses. You can use it to recover a charge, or you can use it
like
to
an R2-D2?
Like an R2-D2, an R2 astromech. R2-D2 is 2 points more than R2 astromech. So for just 2 more points,
you get extra parts. Yeah, extra thing to do. So you get that. Why would you take R2-D2 when you can take an R2 plus this one?
Yeah, it takes an action, but at the same time, you're running away and you have your actions, and you come back in the fight and reload that charge.
That's really cool.
Okay. So that's spare parts canister.
Spare parts canister. That's going to be really good. We got the same 3 gas clouds.
And then we have
plenty of charges, target lock tokens, 10 through 12. Ion, a strain, all of that for that cardboard. Oh, and force and 2 focuses. There's that cardboard. Now for the cards. Obi-Wan Kenobi. After a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 spends a focus token. You may spend 1 charge. If you do that, ship gains 1 focus token.
AKA
my son.
You don't
know. His son's middle name is Kenobi.
First name is Ben, so he's literally Ben Kenobi. Thank you, honey. She's great.
All right, so that's Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's I-5.
We have a ship. We have a chassis ability.
Oh yeah, what's the chassis ability? All right. After you fully execute maneuver, you may spend 1 force to perform a boost or barrel roll action. That's pretty good. It's double repositioning. There's no
downside.
There's no downside. The downside is spending a force, but for
Obi-Wan's got 3.
Yeah, Obi-Wan's got 3.
I don't care.
So you have plenty to go around. If you need that double reposition, instead of costing a stress like, for instance, Poe does, cost you a force and mini focus mod. But Obi-Wan, for instance, he can spend his force like focuses because it works on himself.
Yep.
So he's not too worried about spending that force because he can use it on like attack when he rolls two focuses.
Yeah,
he's only spending one. Mace Windu, after you fully execute a red maneuver, recover one force.
So people want to see him.
So again, this plays in with the ship ability. He's going to be spending force a lot, but now he can recover it faster.
Well, where's the purple lightsaber? How do you know it's Mace Windu? They didn't put it in the art, did they?
Speaking of purple, the evade action is purple on all these.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on the screen.
Yeah. So again, we learned about purple actions a few expansions ago. As a cost to perform a purple action, the ship performing the action must spend one force. So you have to spend that. So you have to spend a force for a evade or for a reposition. What do you think is going to help? That people say, oh, why would you spend a focus result to get an evade result, essentially? But think of it as you have an evade and now 2 force.
Well, and if that's one of the configurations reduces your agility. Mm-hmm. So you're going to want that evade more often, I think, in that build.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, like if you have multiple force, getting that evade to stack up on defense is actually really good.
Because you can evade and force focuses over. Double actions.
Plo Koon.
All right. This is the guy with the funny mask, right?
Yep. What's he say?
Oh, sorry. At the start of the engagement phase, you may spend 1 force charge. So at the start of combat, spend 1 force charge and choose another friendly ship at range 0 to 2, so he's a party buffer, or himself. If you do, you may transfer 1 green token to it, or transfer 1 orange token from it to yourself. So what are orange tokens? What orange tokens do we have?
Orange tokens are tractor beams, weapons disabled, jam. Those are the 3 now.
All right, so what color is Ion? Red?
Ion's red.
Okay. Tractor beam, jam.
So, for instance, in this case, what he soaks up the weapons or the orange tokens.
Yeah.
So let's say he shoots, someone else gains a weapons disabled by doing something. He now gains it in the middle of the engagement phase.
You can only do it at the start of the engagement phase.
Oh, you only can do it at the start of the engagement phase. Well, still, let's say if someone uses R2 astromech to regen, Plo Koon didn't have a shot, so he soaks it up. The other guy can still shoot him.
Nice.
All right. Then the other named pilot in this pack is Sassy Tin. Saucy Tin.
Very sassy. There we go. Sassatine. After a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 reveals its dial, you may spend 1 force charge. If you do, set its dial to another maneuver of the same speed and difficulty.
So it's like that that TIE-X1 pilot. I think it's Bed Foslo, where you can change it on yourself. This one can change it on yourself and other friendly ships, which that's pretty good actually. You change the maneuver.
You can do that twice because he's only got 2 force charges. Mm-hmm. So, is it like old school Navigator?
Kind of, but yeah, it's still pretty good, I think.
That's good.
And then they only gave us 1 Jedi Knight pilot card, but they gave us 4 bases. So someone's giving away a Jedi Knight pilot card. It'd be nice to have multiple. Kind of sucks they only gave you.
How many cardboards? You only get 1 Jedi Knight cardboard?
You get 4 Jedi Knight cardboards.
For only 1 card?
But only 1 card. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's uniques. Yeah, there's uniques on the other side.
That's really weird.
They could have just put uniques on the same side and use a cardboard to give us more stress tokens or something. Yeah. But at least,
I guess it's not too makes sense. Well, we'll see what the other Delta has in it because that could make up for it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. And then have a generic.
Now we're on to the Torrents. V19 Torrent. There's Oddball. This is the I-5 one.
That's odd. Sorry, guys. Bad joke. After you fully execute a red maneuver or perform a red action, if there's an enemy ship in your bullseye arc, you may acquire a lock on that ship. So I was flying this one last night in the demo, but I wasn't able to quite do the red maneuver or red action. Didn't make sense and get the target lock at the same time. So
Seems very hard to do.
and yeah, at the same time also will be easy.
Yeah.
Because you can either Talon roll, you got 2 Talon roll on that ship, 3k turn, and you have a linked red evade after a barrel roll. It's gonna be hard and easy. But it's gonna be
it
kind of
has to be in your bullseye as a thing.
Yeah, but you can barrel roll to the bullseye and do a red action evade
That's
to get it.
kind of hard to do though.
Yeah, I suppose. But you can also team them up with somebody.
The big thing is this is made to go against the Separatists when there's 8 ships on the table.
Yeah.
Because the odds of getting bullseye is more extreme when there's more ships on the table.
There's more swarms. And it's a typical squadron these days is a 4 to 3 ship list.
Yeah. So it can be good in the right meta. Here's kickback. I4. After you perform a barrel action, you may perform a red target lock action. Now this seems good.
Now, question. After you perform... Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. After you perform the barrel action, you may perform the red target lock action, but can you still link of evade?
No,
unless you be stressed. Okay.
Be stressed.
Unless you had a way to clear the stress. Okay.
So again, these things are pretty cheap. So you might as well like have swarm the generics, but like if you want, it's kind of like Lieutenant Blount. Like you throw it in the list as a filler. You throw some missiles on it, and really like bring that threat to make your opponent do some dumb moves.
Next one is Axe. Watch out, guys. You're going to be trampled down by ladies chasing after you with Axe. Those commercials, right? Oh my gosh, I'm full of the bad jokes. After you defend or perform an attack, you may choose a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 in your side arcs. If you do, transfer 1 green token to that ship. That's cool. I like that ability. It encourages formation flying. A lot of fun I think you can do with that.
Yeah. And then there's Swoop, blue 6.
Swoop, I think you should pair with Oddball, and I'll tell you why. After a friendly or smaller medium ship fully executes a speed 3 to 4 maneuver, if it's at range 0 to 1, it may perform a red boost action. So here you go. You didn't quite line up that bullseye, but now you can boost bank. Give Oddball the boost bank to line up a bullseye and then get a target lock. And hopefully after you boost, you're out of arc because you don't want to be not focused when you're in someone's arc.
And then this pack comes with 2 Blue Squadron Protectors. This is the I3 generic. So there's the stat lines. We already know those. And then...
Oh, but what was the fluff? Read it.
Blue Squadron's elite clone pilots are trained to fly their V-19s in conjunction with the Jedi and often support famous commanders such as Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano.
What?
And then there's Tucker.
Is he flying a Vulture droid or?
No, he's shooting down that Vulture droid.
All right. After a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 performs an attack against an enemy ship in your front arc, you may perform a focus action.
Seems good.
So it's kind of like Ethan Abbat, where friendlies are shooting ships in your arc, right? The old school one? Okay, cool.
And then there's the I2 generic. There's 2 of these. Gold Squadron Trooper. So there's an I3 and an I2. So if you're trying to line up initiatives, or if there's a meta where you need to be initiative 3 or initiative 2, depending on what you want to take, there's both options. And then there's plenty of quick builds if you want to run through them really quickly.
Okay, and then we're going to go through all the upgrades, huh?
Yep.
All right. We'll do the torrents first. We have the body spray with juke and homing missiles. After you get your body spray, you can kick back, and with crack shot and synchronized console. But if you put Axe on and kick back by yourself, you're just an oddball. With saturation salvo, cluster missiles, afterburners, and munitions failsafe. I'm gonna get slapped for this later. And if you're not being an oddball, maybe a lady will swoop in with composure. She'll have composure when she swoops in with proton rockets and synchronized console. And then you have make sure you, if a lady does swoop in, that you use your Blue Squadron protector. So you don't want to get yourself in trouble later. With dedicated and synchronized console, because you may have to be dedicated to the swooper later if you don't use your Blue Squadron protector. If you're not using the Blue Squadron protector, you can just tuck her right there. Concussion missiles. Oh my god, it's such a horrible stream right now. Oh my god. Oh man, with concussion missiles and munitions fail safe. After the end of all that, if you survive to that rendition, you're definitely a trooper with Gold Squadron Trooper, cluster missiles and afterburners. There you go. That was, I did not rehearse that, guys. Trust me, that was just on the fly there. So I hope you all enjoyed that. There you go. Wow, I am so bad.
All right, you want to bring the view to.
I got.
Oh, you got more.
That was just.
Let's try to do this one.
These are all named. So, we got a Jedi Knight. I hope you had a good night. Jedi Knight with the Delta 7B configuration. Oh, yeah. I'm getting slapped later. Plo Koon with Battle Meditation Sense R4P Astromech shield upgrade. Mace Windu with supernatural reflexes. It's going to be good. He's a high initiative too, I think. R2 Astromech, Delta 7B configuration, afterburners, shield upgrade. Then we have Sassy 10 with supernatural reflexes, R4P Astromech, Delta 7B configuration. Obi-Wan Kenobi with his predictive shot, R4P17, spare parts canisters, and a double mod and configuration. Calibrated laser targeting. Those are the quick builds. Go back and screenshot these so you can quick build with them. If you don't get this pack, you'll have only the single pack. I didn't even get any comments off of that. No one commented how horrible that was. Either they're just busting up laughing and can't type on the keyboard, or I don't know what's going on.
So you want to switch it to the main view?
Yeah, sure thing.
Alright, guys. So these are all the cards here.
We're going to
talk about the pilot cards.
Let's
talk about the talents.
There's
Composure. Crack shot.
Expert handling.
These are all old ones. But if you're a player that doesn't have them, this is what you're going to get that you'll want. Juke, Lone Wolf, Marksmanship, Saturation Salvo, Swarm Tactics, Trick Shot. We're going to have lots of trick shots. But however, we have a new one called Dedicated. While another friendly ship in your side arcs
at 0-2 defends if it is limited, so if it has a dot, or has the dedicated. No, limited means
like unique pilot.
Unique pilot, yeah, it has a dot. Or has the dedicated upgrade, and you are not strained, you may gain one strain token. If you do, the defender rerolls one of its blank results. So these guys this upgrade is meant to fly along like Jedis that are named.
Yeah, so you get like a single Jedi named, and you fly in with a few VT torrents that all of them have dedicated on them, because dedicated protects each other if they each other have it, and then the whole squad can protect the Jedi.
Yep. So, seems a good one. That's another one of the faction talents.
This is like the faction identity card, right?
Yep.
For the
force upgrades, we have Brilliant Evasion, Predictive Shot. We already saw both of those, and then Battle Meditation. Ooh, this is a new one. Goes back to the main screen for that. There's a lot of cards.
18 points.
18 points for Battle Meditation. which I think it should be. You cannot coordinate limited ships. So you're going to be... So this is the pairing when your Jedi has battle meditation flying with a swarm of torrents, right? While you perform a purple coordinate action, you may coordinate one additional friendly, non-limited ship of the same type. So once again, you're running more than one torrent with this guy. Both ships must perform the same action. So if they both roll up and they both focus, you can now purple coordinate them, and they can both take an evade. They both take an offensive target lock. Could be powerful. Mm-hmm. How's that pair with dedicated though?
Well, more than likely, I don't know.
So what you want to do if you're running battle meditation, your torrents aren't taking the evade action. Because they get to reroll their defense dice. So this battle meditation will make your squadron more offensive.
Because they'll be taking focuses.
Yeah. And if you're running like 2 to 3 torrents, they're going to be able to reroll all their defense dice. Mm-hmm. You know, especially if you're running 3 torrents and a Jedi Starfighter, 2 of the VT torrents will use dedicated on one ship, rerolls both its defense dice if it needs to. And then you can be really... I think that's kind of how you want to fly these ones, right?
And what... if you guys listen to the Inland Empire Aces podcast, Mitch Rabb was talking about on there, the Republic factions cards are all about improving math. So this improves the math with the reroll. There's a couple other things that really help, especially with all the essentially built-in calculates with the Force. Mm-hmm. It's all about making sure your math is good going into the game.
Yeah, and it negates the variance. It makes this kind of like a consistent powerhouse.
So you want to go back to the main? For the
mods here, we have 2 afterburners if you're looking for those. Electronic baffle, 2 munition failsafes, a static discharge main, 2 stealth devices, and then synchronized console and spare parts canister. Synchronized console is new. There's 3 of them in here.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
It's a mod. After you perform an attack, you may choose a friendly ship at range 1 or a friendly ship with synchronized console. So you can imagine your VT torrents carrying this along with their dedicated. Range 3. Okay, yeah. So spend a lock you have on the defender. So after the attack performed, after damage is dealt, if you didn't spend your target lock, then you can pass the target lock, let's say, back to a Jedi for next round, right? After he's already shot. Uh-huh. So your fellowship requires the lock on the defender. So like, let's say you're rolling up with Obi-Wan with that, let's see here, battle meditation. The VT torrents roll up, focus. Both of them take target locks. So you have Obi-Wan here who has no actions on him, right? But a force charges to keep him alive. So what's going to happen is, and rerolls from the torrents, right? The torrents are going to attack. They don't spend their target lock. They can give Obi-Wan a target lock for next round, and Obi-Wan next round can even still give them focus and target locks again. Mm-hmm. And they're all protecting each other with dedicated.
Yeah.
So I think that could be good with synchronized console on the mooks, mm-hmm. because Obi-Wan won't need it because they'll be staying real close to Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Seems good.
Seems good.
The missiles in the pack, you don't have to show it because there's 2 cluster missiles, 2 concussions, 2 homing, and 2 proton rockets. So nothing new.
That's some good identity cards
for the Republic there.
Mm-hmm. So if you're just hopping into the Republic, you have plenty of cards. In case you didn't invest in the other factions. For the astromechs, they have R4 astromech. That's already been released. R5 astromech already too. Here are the 2 new ones. We have R4P astromech and R4P17. They're both kind of deal with red maneuvers and stress. If you want to take a look. Sure. Let's do
P17.
P17. I think P17 is Obi-Wan's. So let's check out that.
We're all about
Obi-Wan here.
All right. After you fully execute a red maneuver, you may spend 1 charge to perform an action, even while stressed. This will work really well with his, you know where that's at? Okay. This will work really well with his rigged cargo chute, or whatever they call it. What's it called again?
The spare parts
canister. Because he can recharge R4 P17 with this to do red maneuvers and lots of actions. So there you go. And then R4P Astromech should be a weaker version of this. Let's find out. Let's see, there was 2 charges before, and it's 2 charges again.
They're a little bit different.
Before you execute a basic maneuver, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, execute that maneuver, reduce its difficulty. So I'm assuming it's going to be fully execute that maneuver, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. So the R4 is changing like a red straight maneuver.
Or like a red hard turn.
Yeah, so anything, no sloops, no K turns, and no Torrents can't take the Astromech upgrade.
Do we know that? Well,
yes.
No, this is for like the Arc 170.
It's for the Arc 170. It's for these guys. They don't have a lot of red maneuver except for the advanced maneuvers.
They do have a 5K turn and a 4K turn.
Those aren't basic though. Yeah.
So it wouldn't help the deltas at all.
But it would change white maneuvers blue.
To blue, yeah.
So that would be interesting.
Yep.
And on the other one, let's see here. You keep your stress, but you still have to do an action.
Yep.
Okay. So that's the differences on those ones.
And then our last 2 cards you can put up there. These are the configs, and one's a config/mod.
So it takes up 2 slots.
Yep.
I hope it's cheaper because it's taking up more slots.
Yeah, it's
10 points. While you perform a primary attack, if the defenders in your bullseye arc add a focus result. So with Calibrated Lasers, you're taking that 2 attack into a
and I think that's
3
actually
attack.
Scaled on initiative too. So it'd be cheaper or more expensive on some guys.
But only in your bullseye arc, and it does not. You cannot pair it with the Delta 7 beam, which gives you an extra attack anyways, and not just disregarding the bullseye arc. -1 agility, but +2 shield. I think that's worth it.
It's pretty much turning your TIE Advance prototype to a force-wielding X-Wing.
But better than an X-Wing because it can fly faster.
They can fly faster.
It's like a force-wielding
X/A. And they can double
A.
reposition with the force.
Yeah, it's like a super A-Wing.
Yeah. On Anakin, I know it's 18 points, and then it scales down from there.
Okay.
Okay.
These are actually mine.
So now we're gonna open up the Arc 170.
The new paint scheme from the old Rebel ones?
Yep, it's a new paint scheme.
You're like me.
You're like me, you were dumb and sold off your old one. I'll let you open that after you're done.
Oh, man.
Okay. So let's take a look at the cardboard first. These are medium bases. There's no, let's see here. Is the model a small peg holder or is it a large peg holder?
Small.
It is small. So you'll still need it has the adapter in there. That's surprising. I thought they would make it a large.
Probably because it's already manufactured that way, it's got painted differently.
Yeah. So we have Oddball, Wolf, and Jag on that side. And then starting from the Jag's template over, we have the 104th Battalion Pilot, Squad 7 Veteran, and Squad 7 Veteran. So if we have 2 Arc 170s, let's say Trevor, one's from the Rebellion. Since the dial's the same and it's the same ship name, you can use same model. You can use your Rebel one with this one and get 2 Squad Veterans or two named. There's also Sinker on this cardboard with one of the 104th Battalion Pilot on the other.
Beautiful model again. Painted Astromech on there.
Do you want this?
Nah, I got this. It's as good as it's gonna get. We don't quite have studio lighting yet, but you know what? You can help us by going to patreon.com. Plug. There you go. It's not shameless. It actually is shameless.
It is shameless. I have no shame.
There was no shame
There was no shame attached to that whatsoever.
So we have the dial, same dial as the Rebellion one. We have 3 shields, 2 charges, ions, 15 for the locks, ID token, 2 focus, a calculate, 2 calculates. We'll find out what those calculates do. I'm surprised.
Yeah, interesting. Why are the calculates in there?
We'll see what those calculates do.
There's an astromech.
There's an astromech, okay. And then there's 3 charges and the weapon's disabled. That's the cardboard. We'll do the pilots first this time. We have 1 of the Initiative 2. We have 1 of the Initiative 3. This is the 104th Battalion pilot. This is the Squad 7 veteran. Sinker, Jag, Wolf, Oddball, and then 5, 4, 3, and 3.
So you have a couple of the same pilots that were the turrets here. So are their skills different?
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Make me do all the moving stuff. There we go.
I'm gonna switch over.
I'm gonna switch over to the close-up wall.
Where does that go? It needs to go right there. Okay. So that is your 104th Battalion. Here is your Squad's 7 veteran. Here is Sinker. While last ship at 1 to 2 is in your side arcs, performs a primary attack. It may reroll 1 attack die. Is that different from the other Sinker?
No, there's only 1 Sinker.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that doesn't duplicate. I think so. Oddball's only duplicate, right? Duplicate. Yeah. Okay. Jag. After a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 in your side arc defends, you may acquire a target lock on the attacker. All right, that's cool. So here's a lot of side arcs on these guys.
Yeah.
Wolfie is a front and back arc. After I just say that. While you perform a primary attack out of the front arc, you may spend the charge to reroll 1 attack die. While you perform a primary attack out of the rear arc, you may recover a charge to roll an additional attack die. So this one's veteran tail gunner.
That's the best pilot. It's
yeah.
not veteran tail gunner.
No, but put veteran tail gunner on him.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you attack front, attack back. Attack, spin the charge.
Recover the charge.
Yeah, and then attack, recover the charge, and you're rolling extra attack dice front and back.
So that, I think, is the best. Well, when you shoot from the back, you roll 1 additional attack die.
When you shoot from the front, you roll 1 additional attack die.
Reroll.
Oh, reroll. Target. Okay.
So you get 3 and 3, and then you reroll the front, and you regain the other out the back.
And then you can spare your target lock out the back, too.
Yeah.
So you can reroll both attacks.
Yeah. That guy's the best pilot, I think.
Wolf. Awesome. Oddball. After you fully execute red maneuver from an action, if the aim is in your bullseye arc, you may acquire a lock on that ship. So his ability is the same.
Yep.
But you're going to have more, I think you have a lot of red maneuvers on this guy. So it's not...
Yeah, the red maneuvers here, they got the 4 straight, the 4K, 3 hards for the red.
There you go.
All right. If you want to switch back to this screen, there's a lot of upgrades.
A lot of upgrades we already saw. There's the dedicated and the expert handling. One's been a re-release. This is the one we saw in the last pack.
For the
torpedoes, we have the ion torpedoes and the proton torpedoes. Those are re-released. For the crew, we got seasoned navigator re-released. Prospective co-pilot and novice tech. Those are old. We have Chancellor Palpatine. We saw that in the Separatist faction. This is how the Republic gets it.
Palpatine in a Mark 170. That's so funny. But they had to put it somewhere in the wave. So
I was thinking, I was glad that they put it in this wave, but what's the shuttle from Revenge of the Sith? That's got to be coming out, not wave 4. The Theta class shuttle. That'll probably come out in wave 5.
So that's troop carriers.
Yeah, the troop carriers. So that's where Chancellor Palpatine, I think, is going to eventually be.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Then we have a couple new gunners. One's just, they're all new because this is new to 2.0.
All right.
Veteran tail gunner. It's in the conversions. That's old one? Yeah. I thought it was just a 1.0. There you go. It's in the conversions. They have veteran turret gunner, but I don't think they have tail.
Really?
Yeah. It's all good though. I think this introduces it to this faction for sure.
Yeah. And then we got 7, or let's do Clone Commander Cody first.
Oh, Cody. Obi-Wan's best pal until he turns him and shoots him in the back. Or tries to. After you perform an attack that missed, if one or more hit or crit results were neutralized, the defender gains a strain token. So go ahead, dodge me.
Yeah.
You dodge me, I'm going to make sure someone else hurts you really bad.
But you got to make sure you roll at least a hit or crit.
That's easy to do.
Yep.
And then if like I say, like an ace like Suitor, a lot of evade dice, or let's say Vader or a 3-die force user, right?
But
so
that's pretty good.
They're gonna try and dodge that attack and then take strain.
And then that one's limited. This one is not. The 7th Fleet Gunner, so you can run multiple of these.
7th Fleet Gunner with a 7th Fleet Trooper. That'd be kind of fun. Let's see what they do though. While another friendly ship performs a primary attack, the defender is in your arc. If the defender is in your arc, you may spend a charge. If you do, the attacker rolls 1 additional die to a maximum of 4 during the system phase. You may gain 1 disarm token to recover 1 charge. So at any point, you can gain a disarm token to gain a charge. Is there a limit to how many disarm tokens you can gain?
Well, it's only once per opportunity.
So let's say you have 2 ships that are shooting. That ship shooting, you spend a charge for that ship to get an extra attack die. Then you take a disarm token. Then the next ship shoots, you gain you spend a charge token again to let him shoot and gain a second disarm token. So there's 2 opportunities.
Let's see here. While another friendly ship performs a primary attack, if the defender's in your firing arc, you spend 1 charge. If you do, the attacker rolls 1 additional attack die to a maximum 4 during the system phase. Well, it's only during the system phase.
Oh, you can only gain 1 charge. So you can only do it once. Okay. Well, thanks for the clarification, because I totally missed that. All right.
And then we have a modification, which is synchronized console. We already talked
about that one.
And
then we have 2 astromechs. They are both. One is R3 astromech. We already know about that one. That's been re-released. Then we have R4 P44.
This one is
the one.
This is why there's calculate tokens in the pack.
So after you fully execute a red maneuver, if there's an enemy ship in your bullseye arc, gain a calculate token. You know who's getting this one? Oddball. Because Oddball, after executing a red maneuver in the bullseye arc, gains a lock. And if you have this, also triggers calculate, so you lock and calculate off of a red maneuver and getting someone in a bullseye arc.
So it's kind of like Forlom.
Yeah, but not a red action now. So
yeah,
doesn't quite exactly line up to Oddball, but he works well with Oddball. All right. I don't see anything really cool in the pattern of these names, so you're not getting anything funny anymore. Sorry. All right, 104th Battalion Pilot, dedicated, R4P Astromech. Sinker with expert handling. Wolfie, outmaneuver, R4 P44. Veteran tail gunner and perceptive co-pilot. If anybody's a fan of World War II fighters, comment what the P44 was. I'm just curious if it has anything to do with that. Okay. Let's see here. We have Squad 7 Veteran, expert handling, novice technician, proton torpedoes, 7th Fleet Gunner, R4P Astromech, Jag with Predator, Ion Torps, R2 Astromech, 7th Fleet Gunner, shield upgrade, Oddball with Elusive, Seasoned Navigator, Clone Commander Cody, and Afterburns. I'm surprised they didn't quick build this with the Astromech in here as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, this is our last expansion, this next one.
But not our last thing that we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
So
you want to switch to the
yeah, good call. Okay.
This is the Delta 7 Aethersprite. This is an Anakin Skywalker's paint scheme. Let's open this here.
Making me terrible.
Anakin Skywalker, hero of the Republic, the best starfighter pilot in the galaxy. He's Initiative 6. We'll talk about him first. I see him right on top of the pack here. So this one that wasn't spoiled till a few days ago. Everyone wanted to know. This guy is after you fully execute a maneuver. If there's enemy ship in your front arc at range 0 to 1, or in your bullseye arc, you may spend 1 force to remove 1 stress token. That's Anakin Skywalker. We'll show him up on the screen here in a second. And then we have Luminara. We'll talk about her. There's Ophrey, Ahsoka Tano, 1 Jedi Knight. So out of 2 expansions, you get 2 Jedi Knights total. So 1 per ship that you get.
Alright, here's your close-up, by the way, guys. Look at Anakin's Delta. Ooh, that astromech is actually painted metallic. Look at that. Nice little shine on that, too.
That's an easy mod if you want to make it.
But the fact that it came that way is nice.
Yeah.
So we got the engine glow. Do all the new models have engine glow nowadays?
They pretty much try to in the game.
Yeah. There you go. Really cool model. I like that model.
So the only thing new out of this
pack, the upgrades aren't really new. There's the same astromechs, R4P astromech, we saw that already. We have R3 astromech in old expansions. The 2 configs, calibrated laser targeting, Delta 7B, we already talked about. And then we just have battle meditation and brilliant evasion. So these we've already seen. But what's new are these pilots here. So, only one that we've seen before is the Jedi Knight.
We have Anakin Skywalker up first.
So the best for last, but okay. We have the Fighting 2 controls as usual. After you fully execute a maneuver, if there's an enemy ship in your front arc at range 0 to 1, or in your bullseye arc, which goes all the way to range 3, you may spend a force charge to remove a strain token. So that's if you get a strain token. There aren't too many things.
Stress token, not a strain.
Oh, a stress token. Okay, very good.
So when you do a K turn, or for instance, Sidious.
Yep.
Or any future. That future potential of this card is huge. People keep saying it's not very good, but remember, like Push the Limit and other cards that receive a stress.
Anti-Scum.
Yeah. There's so many future capabilities of this card because stress is always used as a cost.
Yep.
Do this, receive a stress. Anakin Skywalker doesn't care.
Yep.
If he's I6, he'll dial in whatever. He'll use that other Jedi that can change his maneuver if he wanted to get to range 0 or get to range 0 to 1 or in his bullseye. I think it's really good.
It is. It's really good. And 3 force charges, by the way. Not bad. Luminara. She was in the Clone Wars series. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 defends. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do... We're going to go back to this one later. So we have something we all want to see is Ahsoka Tano, right? Everybody likes her better. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around here. Anakin's Padawan. Ahsoka Tano. After you fully execute a maneuver, you may choose a friendly ship at range 0 to 1 and spend 1 force charge. That ship may perform an action even while it is stressed. So let's say you fly in this one with Anakin, and you don't want to remove that stress. You don't have to. Ahsoka can help him out.
Yep.
Right? Let's see here. And now we all have Luminara, another master, and then following Luminara will be her Padawan. That's why I did it together like that. Yeah. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 defends, if it is not in the attacker's bullseye arc, well, a friendly ship, okay. I guess that makes sense. You may spend a force charge. If you do, change 1 crit result to a hit, or change 1 hit to a focus. This is once per opportunity, so you can't double down.
Yeah. So it's kind of downgrading their attack by 1.
Yeah. And you can't change a focus to a blank, though.
Yeah.
And this is going to happen during the defender's modify dice step.
Yep.
Right? And then the attacker can modify it from there.
Mm-hmm. And this one plays along with kind of the opposite, since she's her apprentice.
Yep. While a flagship at range 0 to 2 performs an attack, so Luminara protects and Barris attacks. While a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 performs an attack, if the defender is in its bullseye arc, you may spend a force charge, change one focus to a hit, or one hit to a crit. Not bad.
And if you guys watch the Clone Wars series, you know why Barris would be more offensive and Luminara would be more defensive.
Mm-hmm. I really love the theme they put on these.
Yeah.
And then the Jedi Knight, again, there you are.
So those are all the pilots. The upgrades are all ones in the other packs. We were talking about that. The last thing we just have to talk about the cardboard. You might want to know what's on which
side of the cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
So starting from Luminara, there's Barris Ofri next to her. So on both those sides, Barris Ofri has Jedi Knight and Luminara has Jedi Knight. So there's 2 Jedi Knights there. So if you can get your hand on the cards for Jedi Knights, you'll have plenty.
You know what? What's great too is you can have one card out in a casual game setting, and just
print it from FFG Squad Builder or rate those.
Yeah, so the casual you can actually try see what it's like to fly multiple.
Yeah.
Then you don't have the model. So you have the model still too.
Yeah. And then there's Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka, and then I'm assuming Jedi Knight. So there's 4 Jedi Knights.
I actually like
how they did the cardboards this time. So I remember in 1.0, you want to fly 2 different aces,
let's say
Kraken and Lieutenant Blount, the Z95s, but they're on the same cardboard.
Yeah.
And you
don't have any extras. It's like, oh well, I can't find together. So
yeah. Then they come with 3 shields, 2 charges, 16 for the lock set.
No 17?
No 17. I needed 17 and 18 is what I needed. And then 3 force, and then the dial. The dial's pretty good, because we're not going to be self-stressing. So they don't need a lot of blues, but they have 1 banks, 1 hards. 1 banks are blue, 1 hards are white. 2 hards are white. All the rest of the 2 maneuvers are blue. And then 3 straight, 3 bank, 4 straight, and those are all 3 straights blue, and the rest are white. And then the advanced maneuvers is the 4K, 5K, and the 2 slew. The dial's pretty good, I think. Doesn't have 2 hard blues, but you don't really need them.
You're not getting stressed a lot.
Not getting stressed a lot. Okay. And then we just have the quick builds.
Jedi
Knight is on here, same as before.
Then we have Ahsoka Tano with Battle Meditation, our 4P astromech. That's kind of a little flavor there too, huh? Supernatural Reflexes on Anakin with Calibrated Laser Targeting. Barris Ofe with Sense and R2 astromech. Luminara Unduli with Brilliant Evasion, Shield Upgrade, R4P astromech, and Delta 7B. Alright.
What's next? Tell me, Jibba.
I don't know. Think announcements?
Yeah.
Go ahead with that.
Well, we have the Rivco Tour Stop 2 coming up. Do you want to talk about that?
That's going to be at
Gamers Haven,
March 30th.
Like what?
So it's like what? A week away?
Or 2 weeks away?
Or 2 weeks away?
The screen's kind of...
There we go.
That's
because it's trying to focus on something.
Oh, okay.
Put a model out there.
Put a model out there. Put a box out there.
Or if you want to switch it to that.
I guess I can switch
to that. Yeah, what we talking.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. That is the... I'm not good with words here. Go ahead.
That would be the second stop. That is the mine tokens.
Yep.
That's where if you run over a mine, they blow up. And each player gets 2 each, and they can set it within range or outside of range 1 of any edge.
Mm-hmm.
And those mines shoot during the combat phase, at the end of the initiative step.
How do you think the meta will change adding Wave 3 to this?
It'll be interesting. The Delta 7B is favored because they have more shields to protect against the mines shooting against them. Those mines have 2 attack dice. They only have two hull and 1 agility, so they blow up easy. But there's times where you shoot the dang thing and it doesn't die. So that happens. I see a lot of trajectory simulator where you can blow up a rock next to it.
Or even proton bomb to get double damage on somebody.
Double damage on someone. Throwing that out there. And also destroy the mine at the same time. So
that's cool. And then April 27th, it's not on our Facebook page yet, but it'll be TMK's very first store tournament. It's going to be kick butt. So go to tmkclubhouse.com, shop, and look for that event to be posted next week. Next week. So look for that event up there.
That'll be hyperspace or extended?
Extended.
It'll be extended.
It's extended because I wanted to run the models because like the artwork for Season 4 2018 kit has like TIE Punishers on them and stuff.
Yeah. So
I wanted to run extended. So when you're flying your ships, you can win the card for your ship. It'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. And then we should talk about
that's the bonus content.
Bonus content. Okay.
And then after that, it's going to be Comic Quest in May for the 3rd Rivco tour stop, Alderaan Graver, which is a whole lot of fun. We'll talk about more about that when it gets closer, but look out for that one. It's gonna be
the other event that's coming up is GMI's Hyperspace Trials.
Oh yeah,
on June 6th through the 7th.
Go to that. That's gonna be good.
That's essentially our regional.
Yep.
It's probably gonna be an 80+ turnout.
Yep.
I can see it easily. So that'll be a lot of fun. The prizes this year, I like them and don't like them, but you only need to be top 16 to get dice instead of top 8 this year.
That's top 16 for dice?
Top 16 for dice.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm not even that good. I could do that.
So that's I just want the dice. Really.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Any other events or anything?
I think that's covered the important ones.
Okay.
Yep.
My only other shout out would be to take a listen to the Inland Empire Aces podcast. The hosts are myself, Mitch Rabb, Stephen Pedroza, and Gabe. Can't remember his last name at the moment.
Uh-oh. Hope you're not watching it.
His username is Parakeeter on FFG. I know that about him. So just take a listen. We're on iTunes and Podbean, and we just released an episode.
Yes, they're fun. They're good listening if you want someone local too. All right, so our bonus content is we're actually going to give you guys a close-up look at the cards that are coming in the Season 4, Season 4 2018
Attack
Run kit. This is like your standard store tournament kit, okay? So a lot of the stores probably got these. You're going to be coming to your local store, but here's going to be a close-up look of what you get, and we'll tell you what the stores got in them too. So the stores got, this is probably the main prize because they're not going to tell you when you're going to get Hell Runner. It's supposed to be like a surprise or a secret when it pops out. So if you're a local attendee to one of your stores, the odds of you getting it is going to be increased because you go there all the time, right? So Hell Runner Alt Art, that card looks really good. It looks better in person. That gloss is kind of, but the darkness of the card here makes it hard to view on camera. So we got 12 Hell Runner cards. So it's not like it's an elite top 4 or first place, second place prize. It's if you go, you're gonna get it. Yeah. You're gonna get it probably. Or if there's 24 players, then whoever wins that round or the top 12 are gonna get them. So you get a pretty good chance. 24 players at a regular store tournament is gonna be not likely. So that's a lot of fun. This is your first. Let me look at here. We'll go by the prize names here. Prize groups. So prize group A, elite prize is going to be your Black Squadron Ace. Let me pull that up for you. So, but realistically, I think you're only looking at 11 Hell Runners because your TO is going to want one.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. There's only 11 in there.
What they'll probably do is you give it to the top 10. The TO takes one, and then the last place person takes one.
Yeah, exactly. So there's going to be 4 of these cards in here for the prize group A. This is your first prize group of the Black Squadron Ace. I love this card. This card's really cool. I just love how like the artwork on this one, and these cards have a really nice gloss that you can't see on camera. So you kind of see the shimmer there. And all these elite prizes, you want all 3. If you can get all 3, even if you're not flying Empire, like for myself, I want all 3 because I can sleeve them and then put them on my shelf because it actually kind of makes like a nice little picture. Mm-hmm. So we'll figure out a way to live it out so you guys can see that. Okay. So that's your Black Squadron Ace, and in the prize group A, you have the extended art crack shot. I'm kind of disappointed that they put this on a resistance fighter on there.
Well, it's the same.
I know
it's the same alt art as 1.0's crack shot.
Yeah.
And I like it. I want some because I had so much of the other ones. I always use them.
And the reason why I guess I say that is because all of the other cards are all Rebel and Empire era artwork.
Yeah.
So this one in this pack is the only one that's not in the Empire or Rebellion artwork era. Yeah. So, but it looks nice too. It's a really cool picture. And then next grouping we will do Death Rain. Pull Death Rain out here. Once again, there are 4 of these, but realistically, there's actually 3 because your TO gets one. And let's be honest, like the TO, he's not playing. He's got to get something for his efforts. I don't blame the guy, right? No, they deserve it. It's a lot of work. So there you go, Death Rain and his beautiful TIE Punisher. Look at the little bomb drops coming down below too. Yeah. So as he's literally raining death on his Death Rain card. So that's really nice. Yeah. And he is paired up with Dead Man Switch. What alien is that? Do you know what alien that is? The Grand. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this this Dead Man Switch. Could you imagine yourself flying a starfighter while holding a thermal detonator? It's not a Dead Man Switch. That's a Dumb Man Switch. Okay. A Dead Man Switch should be built into the ship. So if the ship is destroyed, it automatically blows up, right? Yeah. But I guess the visual is there, I suppose. The Dumb Man Switch.
They should have had Han with that rock.
Oh yeah. From the movie,
holding
right?
A thermal detonator. Yeah, right. That's a rock.
No, it's not. And then your final prize group C, you have Scourge. There we are. Once again, I wish you guys could be here in person and see this because it looks much nicer than what the camera's doing for you. Let's see here. So he looks great. And then the extended art munitions failsafe. 12 of those. So once again, 4 of the other ones, 12 of these ones, or 3 and 11. And so that's the Z95s. I like this because it's got like a bunch of them on there flying together in a swarm because they'll put it on the cart because you're never going to do that on a mat. So there we go. Now I'm going to try and see what I can do here to get you guys that artwork I was talking about. And when I was reading the article, I was like, what? Is it really this way? That's really cool. So, and I will try to get light in here as well.
To this one, or?
No, I'm going to just pick up this camera and hold it. And we're going to see how it goes. It looks good. All right, well, let me pick this up. Actually, bear with us. I'm going to turn on autofocus, okay, on the camera because it's going to move. I turn on autofocus. That'll help the camera stay in view or in focus for you guys. Bear with me. Autofocus. There we go. And we are going to, oh, that light is not in the right angle. I like that. Actually, I think it's the light up top, the overhead light. So we're going to figure something out here.
Here, just switch it to the other and I'll try to.
Or you know what we should do?
Zoom it in.
Hold the phone here. We got a really good idea.
I got the phone.
Haha. Well, put them on these. Set them up. And then we'll put them all together.
There you go.
See, we got brains. We can do this, guys.
No, sorry. No.
That was right.
No, put the
But it doesn't goes in the middle. Yeah.
There it is.
All right, there we are. Because we are smart, we can do things. I'm going to take my light over here to get a better light on them so you can see them better.
There you go.
Look at that. I'll pick that up. It's a little high.
Oh, that's good.
But there you go. All 3 of these cards, you collect them all. Even if you're not flying Empire, you put them together, you put them on your shelf. That looks great. There you go. And that's it for our bonus content. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you guys liked our show, show your support. You can show your support by giving free money, not even your money. You go to link your Amazon Prime account to Twitch, and you can subscribe to us there. Or if you want to get something for your money, we're doing TMK Alt Art cards on Patreon.com. You'll support us, and you'll get a cool token for that. There you go. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.